Have you ever wondered where to find hope when everything seems hopeless? It's a question that resonates with many of us, particularly when we're navigating life's most challenging moments. These are the times when we might feel lost, alone, and desperate for some ray of light in the darkness. In such times, we turn to faith and hope. These twin pillars often serve as guiding beacons, illuminating the path ahead and offering us comfort and reassurance. They remind us that even in our darkest hours, we're not alone, and that there's always a way forward. This universal search for hope and faith is as old as humanity itself, and countless people have found solace in sacred texts, ancient words that have provided comfort and guidance for generations. So let's embark on a journey together, a journey of faith, hope, and discovery. What if I told you that hope can be found in an ancient text known as Psalm 91? Psalm 91, a song of comfort and promise, carries a message of hope. This significant psalm, often referred to as the Psalm of Protection, has its roots deeply embedded in the ancient Hebrew culture. Its author remains unknown, adding a layer of mystery to its profound wisdom. The psalm's themes revolve around protection, trust, and deliverance, painting a vivid picture of an omnipotent God who provides shelter, refuge, and ultimately, salvation. This psalm is a testament to God's unwavering protection for those who seek Him. It emphasizes the importance of faith, of placing trust in a divine power that can shield us from harm and guide us through life's many trials. It is a stirring call to the faithful, a reminder that even in the face of adversity, we are never alone. Now prepare your heart as we delve into the verses of Psalm 91. The psalm begins with a promise. He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. These opening verses of Psalm 91 are rich with imagery that speaks to the heart of every faith seeker. Dwelling in the shelter of the Most High is a poetic way of expressing our decision to live within the protective care of God. This shelter is not a physical place, but rather a spiritual state of being, a realm where we are shielded from the harsh realities of the world. It's a place of tranquility, of peace, and of rest. When we choose to dwell in this shelter, we are promised rest in the shadow of the Almighty. Imagine a scorching day, the sun beating down without mercy. Yet, under the shadow of a great tree, you find relief. This is the kind of rest described here. It's not merely about physical rest, but a deeper, soulful rest that comes from knowing you are protected by a power much greater than your own. But the imagery doesn't stop there. The verses continue, I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in whom I trust. A refuge is a place of safety, a sanctuary where one can escape from danger. A fortress, on the other hand, is not just a place of safety but a stronghold, a place of defense. It's a place that, even in the midst of chaos, remains unshaken. In these two short verses, we are given a vivid picture of God as our protector and defender, but it's not just about safety and protection, it's about trust. We are invited to put our trust in God, to lean on Him, to rely on Him. The beauty of these verses lies in the assurance they provide. They remind us that when we place our trust in God, we are not alone. We are under His care, His protection, His watchful eye. In these verses we find a comforting assurance that God is our refuge and fortress. Our trust should be in Him. The psalm continues with a series of promises from God to His faithful followers. As we delve deeper into Psalm 91, we journey through verses 3 to 8. Here we uncover a treasure trove of divine assurances that offer us comfort and peace in any circumstance. The psalmist confidently declares that God is our refuge and fortress, our shield and buckler, protecting us from the fowler's snare and deadly pestilence. Imagine the fowler's snare, a trap set to ensnare unsuspecting birds. Yet under God's watchful eye, we can evade these traps, these unexpected dangers that life may throw at us. Similarly, the deadly pestilence, which represents diseases and plagues, holds no power over us. God covers us with His feathers. Under His wings we find refuge, an image that evokes a sense of profound security and care. Verse 6 further assures us of protection from terror by night and the arrow that flies by day. These metaphors symbolize fears and threats that may come upon us, whether they are hidden in the darkness of uncertainty or openly challenging us in the light of day. Verses 7 and 8 then present a vivid picture of 1,000 falling at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but the calamity will not come near you. This is not a promise of an easy, trouble-free life. Instead, it's a promise that regardless of the chaos and destruction around us, we are under the watchful, protective gaze of the Almighty. Finally, verse 8 concludes with a powerful statement. You will only observe with your eyes and see the punishment of the wicked. this is a reminder that God is just. While he protects and cares for his faithful, there will be retribution for those who choose wickedness. These verses remind us that no matter the peril, God is our sure protection. They paint a picture of a God who is actively involved in our lives, a God who is our refuge, our protector, and our vindicator. It's a comforting, reassuring message, especially when we find ourselves navigating the difficult and uncertain terrains of life. The psalm concludes with a powerful affirmation of God's steadfast love and deliverance. As we delve into verses 9 through 16 of Psalm 91, we are met with promises that are as profound as they are comforting. These verses paint a picture of divine protection and deliverance for those who have made the Most High their dwelling. God's assurance of safety and refuge is a balm to the weary soul, a beacon of hope in the darkest night. Imagine this: because you have made the Lord your dwelling place, the Most High, who is my refuge, no evil shall be allowed to befall you, no plague come near your tent. These words, found in verse 9 and 10, are a testament of God's unyielding protection. They promise us that no matter how dire our circumstances may seem, we are safe in the refuge of the Almighty. Verses 11 and 12 carry on this theme of protection, promising that God will command his angels to guard us in all our ways. They will lift us up in their hands so that we will not strike our foot against a stone. This is a vivid image of divine care and guidance, reminding us that we are never alone, never without help. In verses 13 through 16 we find promises of deliverance and long life for those who love the Lord. Because he holds fast to me in love, I will deliver him. I will protect him because he knows my name. When he calls to me, I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will rescue him and honor him. With long life, I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. These final verses of Psalm 91 are a declaration of God's unwavering commitment to those who love him. They provide a reassuring promise of God's unfailing love and deliverance. These verses remind us that even in the face of adversity, we can be certain of God's steadfast love and deliverance. In his presence, we find a refuge where there seems to be no way. These final verses provide a reassuring promise of God's unfailing love and deliverance. So, you may ask, how does this ancient text apply to my life today? Indeed, Psalm 91, with its age-old wisdom, resonates profoundly in our modern world. Amidst the hustle and bustle, the uncertainties and the challenges that we face daily, this psalm serves as a comforting reminder of God's enduring protection. It speaks to the innate human longing for safety and security, reassuring us that no matter the storm, we are not alone. It's like a safe harbor amidst the raging seas of life. When we feel overwhelmed, Psalm 91 reminds us that God is our refuge and fortress, our ever-present help in times of need. In a world often marred by fear and anxiety, the message of hope and trust in this psalm is a soothing balm. It's a call to faith, urging us to lean on God's promises of protection and to find rest in his shadow. Psalm 91 remains a beacon of hope and a testament to the enduring love and protection of God. Now, how can we use Psalm 91 in our prayers? A beautiful question indeed. Psalm 91, like any other scripture, can be used as a blueprint for our prayers. It's about personalizing the verses, making them your own. When the psalm says, "He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will abide in the shadow of the Almighty," imagine yourself in that shelter, feel the shadow of the Almighty around you. This psalm is also about claiming God's promises. You will not fear the terror of the night, it says. So in your prayers, claim this promise. Affirm that you will not fear, for God is with you. It's about declaring, "My refuge and my fortress, my God, in whom I trust." Make this declaration in your prayer, reaffirming your trust in God's protection. In praying Psalm 91, we anchor ourselves in God's promises and affirm our trust in his protection. In the face of life's storms, Psalm 91 offers a haven of hope. It assures us of God's unyielding protection, a refuge when all else seems lost. This psalm delivers a compelling message of hope, a promise of deliverance from the snares of life. It's a testament to the power of prayer, a reminder of God's unfailing love and his ability to make a way even when there appears to be none. May the words of Psalm 91 fill your hearts with hope and your prayers with faith. Until next time, remember, hope is just a prayer away.